John Stuart Mill was born in the year 1806 and died in 1873. He championed legal reforms to allow labor unions, limit child labor, and ensure safe working conditions in factories. While his ideas were controversial at the time, many of them eventually became widely adopted in industrial societies. Karl Marx, who was born in 1818 and died in 1883, was a German scholar and writer who argued for socialism. Unlike utopian socialists, he wanted to confront the problems instead of running, which is why he scorned them. He wanted to look at how the world actually operated. He named his approach to economics scientific socialism. Sultan Mahmud II, who ruled in 1808 to 1839, reformed the Ottoman system in 1826. He abolished the corps of Janissaries, which opposed them, and developed a new military unit trained by the Europeans. When the Istanbul Janissaries revolted, he had them massacred. The abolition of the feudal system in 1831 marked the final defeat of the Janissaries' power. Military officers were no longer able to collect taxes directly from the populace for their salaries. Instead, tax collections went directly to the central government, which paid for military personnel, thus ensuring their loyalty. Empress Dowager Cixi was conservative. At first, she was opposed to reforms and wanted to protect traditional social and government systems. In coup d'etat, Cixi imprisoned the emperor and immediately repealed his reform edicts. She feared the influence of foreigners, so she resisted any new technology that would extend their reach into their country. For example, she stopped the extension of railroad lines and telegraph networks into the Chinese interior. The Ottoman Empire. Although bordering Europe had not adopted Western technology or Enlightenment ideas, Europeans saw that they could expand their countries if they weakened the Ottomans. Several independent countries soon replaced the empire after its fall. China suffered two great humiliations, which were the Optimor and the split into spheres of influence. However, China shook these off and became republic for a small bit, but because of the war, China would not move so fast into the new age. Japan. Their government grew strong over time, and when they struggled to remain independent and territorial integrity in the face of Western challenges, Japan actively sought Western innovations that it felt would help make it equal of Western countries. China's foreign powers, unlike Turkey, which were Europeans and had little to gain from either passage or opposition to progressive reforms. In China, Europeans encouraged change, which when reforms met the conservation of Empress Cixi and the 1900 Boxer rebellion against foreign influence, the Chinese government continued to modernize. China had accepted territorial protection from Western powers who in return demanded trade concessions. For the first half of the 19th century, the urban areas of countries grew rapidly, creating unlivable areas for cities. Because of this, diseases like the much-feared cholera was able to spread quickly. Western Europe began to change from a mercantilism economic system designed to make a country wealthy through tightly regulated trade to a capitalist system in which private companies were freer to pursue their own profits.